Well, it's been over a week, so we got a lot of load updates. Garmin sent me that newer 1020, so we'll test that. Maple, so much more on this episode of
the Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before live and furry and oh so sweet studio audience. Yep, you know where you love her. Joe Cantle over there. It's a yawning and wonderful Maple, the world famous pancake dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Wow, that was close. All right, yeah, so after visiting Mount Airy in my last video and everything, I had the load going up to Pennsylvania. Then after that, we picked up a load in Pennsylvania, went all the way back down to Virginia again, to Blackstone. And then after that, we picked up in Chester, Virginia, had a load going to Hastings, Nebraska. And on that leg of that, then of course my AC blower completely dies. So I was sweating for a couple of nights. Look at this. Yeah, I shoved that into the window because it was colder outside than inside, but yeah, I was still sweating all night. Okay, so I'm heading to Hastings, Nebraska. York, Nebraska is not too far away, so I parked there the night before. Sweated again that night. Then, went over and delivered, and then picked up my next load, also picking up at Hastings, and that was going down to Texas. So I went back to York, Nebraska after that to the Freightliner. I called them the day before, they got me in, and they checked it out. Turned out it wasn't the blower motor, it was some sort of a melted ground plug on the HVAC module, bleeper horn, what? Who knows, but it wasn't all that expensive, and it wasn't a whole motor. So I go over here to pick up my trailer. And look what we got. This guy broke down right in front of my trailer. I went back on duty and everything. Now my clock is ticking down. Okay, finally got my trailer. Got out of there. And then I was on my way down to Dumas, Texas with a load of some sort of seed. I got that delivered. That delivered Tuesday morning. And no, actually it was Tuesday afternoon at that point because I had a window. And because I spent my time in York, Nebraska getting the AC fixed, didn't get there till Tuesday afternoon, so I booked a load for Wednesday, picking up a load of pumpkin. Yeah, this one was going to the Walmart, well actually they said Sam's Club, but it's Walmart, distribution center in Cheyenne, I mean, it's that time of the year, Oh, and while I was in Virginia, look at this odometer. Yeah, 777777, thought that was kind of fun. Somewhere near there, I don't know where I was, there was, I think it's while I was down in Dumas after I delivered, there was a bull hauler, as I always call them. They carry, lots of different cattle, pigs, blah, blah, blah. Look at this, little piggies sticking their snorts out. While waiting, look at this. Saw a bull hauler with a whole bunch of piggies in their snouts. So after Dumas, Texas, rolled over to Dalhart, Texas, and I stayed there at the Loves, where I was going to pick up in Dalhart, a load of pumpkins going back to Cheyenne. I noticed Garmin put out an update, finally, for the 1020. So, we got that one put in. Just before I did the update, I restarted it, and look, everything came up upside down and backwards. Hello? So here's what it's saying. It's going to fix the vehicle icon thing and improve stability. Okay, this might be proof that I have a bad unit, because I showed you that screen of the update to fix at least the vehicle icon thing and other software updates. And in the process of updating, the screen just froze. And it's gone to black. You can see me reflecting in the screen of the Garmin right there. Yeah, it was updating and then it just went to black. So there you go. So, I don't know what that means. Alright, I had to restart it, and before I could get the video up here to show this, it did say the following update was installed, and now it's just got the basic warning screen you have to agree with and select my truck. And alright, so let's go try this out. Let's go change the vehicle profile. Oh no, that's not it. It's the icon on the map, so that'd be under map preferences. Icon to show on map. Okay, as I've said before, I like the triangle. There we go, the arrow. Save. Okay. Problem I've been having, okay, showing the triangle now, is then if I go look at my route planner at all, okay, so I'm on a route that I'm picking up tomorrow. It's going to be going to Wyoming. So I'll say I go look at my route, to see everything, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, I've looked at it. Let's go back to the map view. Oh, it's still showing that. Okay, so let's see what happens when I go back to the map. Oh my God, the triangle is still there. The arrow. Holy crap.
Few moments later.
Okay, well, since I had to restart it and everything, I had lost my route, so I went in and pulled that up again. So there's my overall route. You can see I'm down here in Dalhart, Texas, and I'm going to be going up there to Cheyenne, Wyoming. So, and look, it's still got the arrow that I like. So, in the next day or so, as I'm driving up to Cheyenne, I'll see how this new update has done and see if it fixed any other problems. I'll let you know. So they fixed one of the things I told them about, and I've got the new one waiting at home, and I'm going to be there on Thursday to pick that up, and we'll see if I actually have a bad unit. You know, like I said before, I don't have a lot of confidence that a lot of the problems I addressed to them are going to be fixed, because I think most of that's software issues, and they do need to do major software updates, but we'll see. All right, next morning it was off to pick up the pumpkins. Well, I'm here to pick up pumpkins, and they're low by the ramp right there, but they're having to, there's a guy back there taking off my vent and cutting a square hole instead of just the little round holes. They're charging me $80 for that, but at least they give me back the vent cover so I can put it back on later. Gotta love it. Yeah, at least he was nice enough to put my screws in a little Ziploc bag. So yeah, there's the vent that they had to pull off, because these originally have just the 4 round holes, and they wanted this whole thing to be open to flow through. So, but at least I can mount this back up. When they're done, I'll just have to get up on a ladder and get home, and when I'm home to do it. But at least he gave me the screw, all the screws, and I have the full vent. So $80 to pull that off seems a little extreme. Yeah, you can see they just simply cut that away so they can have more air coming in. Luckily the vent will fit back over it. Ready to become jack-o'-lanterns. So, if you're ever wondering how pumpkins get to your stores for Halloween and all that, well, it's because guys like me bring them to you. So, if you're buying a pumpkin to make a jack-o'-lantern anywhere in northern Colorado, southern Wyoming, you're welcome. Yeah, they just bring them in from the fields because they're nearby here. And it's mainly an onion place that does all these, but this time of year, they're doing pumpkins. Yep, all these little makeshift warehouses are just filled with pumpkins. Yeah, so after I delivered in Walmart in Cheyenne, but I did pick up the new Garmin they sent me, the Garmin OTR 1020. Like I said before, I really don't think the unit itself is the problem. I think it's the software is the problem. Because so many people in the comments have said they've had the same problem with a 1020, with an 820, with a 620. So I just responded to somebody who said, I think it was the 820, and they gave it to another driver or sold it to another driver, and they went ahead and bought the 810, which he liked a lot better, off Amazon. And so, as I said before, I'm going to give them a chance, and you know, we'll try things. I really don't think the unit itself is bad. I think it's all software stuff. And they did do an update, and I showed that earlier. They did fix one other thing. The OK Garmin now works. Okay, then after going home to Cheyenne, I did get a whole bunch of groceries too, so I restocked everything here on the truck, so that's good. And then made my way up to Colony, Wyoming, to pick up what they said was seed. Okay, I'm picking up an American colloid where I normally get the kitty litter. That's at the West plant. This is for my first time ever at the East plant. And apparently it says a seed, but they told me inside it's basically the same thing, but they're different bags. Okay, so they told me to go to Dock 4, which is right there. But this driver did not read the signs on the way in where you're supposed to go all the way around that building so you're not blocking docks. And he's Still finding his safety vest and all that, and he's blocking my dock. Yeah, that guy did finally move after I honked the horn for like 5 minutes. He finally realized, oh, somebody's trying to get my attention. You think? Yeah, so we got loaded, and then made it over here to Chamberlain, South Dakota. Now, turns out it's also clay, bentonite, but it's used for feed. I looked it up. It's used because it has a good retention ability for ingredients they put into the feed for cattle and so forth, but it's still basically clay. Kind of interesting. So yeah, this load was going to Indianapolis, to Cisco, not confused with Internet Cisco. This is a seed company. So after picking that up in Colony, Wyoming, finally made it to Chamberlain, South Dakota, to the rest area. Really nice rest area. They have the Dignity statue and all that. And so that night, went ahead and put in the new Garmin to see how it would do. Yeah, it took 3 hours to update the damn thing. Well, so far, this one seems to be better than my last one. So all I can figure is maybe I did have a bad unit, but they still have to fix all the other issues. So while I'm parked here tonight in this rest area in Chamberlain, South Dakota, yeah, I'll pull out the new one. I've got to transfer all my maintenance information. I'll put the new one up in this place, and I'll run with it tomorrow. Tonight is Friday the 19th. I'm making my way down to Indianapolis, so all right, we'll try it too. So they fixed two things. They fixed the vehicle icon on the map, and it does save it, and the OK Garmin now seems to actually work again. Okay, I got to show this. There's a couple of things different, and because I said O and K, they were both reacting to that. I don't know why it wasn't working on this one earlier, but okay, so we don't want it to do that. But just going back to the map and looking at it. Look at this right here. Distance 961 miles. Distance 953 miles. Time is 11:43 p.m. That's the same. Temperature is not on that one because this one's not connected to the diesel app. The newer one is. But look at the elevation, 1711. This says 1723. This says 190 miles to my next stop, 2 hours 58 minutes. This says 191 miles to my next stop, 3 hours 3 minutes. Okay. I haven't run the update on this one yet, so let's see what happens. And sure enough, I have to do the map update and the software update. It says it's going to take 3 hours and 15 minutes to do it all. All right, we'll start it so we can use this one tomorrow. This one's showing 961 miles, and it should take 3 hours 3 minutes to get to my next stop at 191 miles. This one's showing 953 miles, should be 190 miles, and 2 hours 55 minutes to my next stop. These both have supposedly the same update. Okay. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe, please like, comment, share, and all that stuff. There's Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter X, and Clutch Trucker 5 on TikTok. And as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust, clutch and maple. Out. Okay, Buck, look, I love you. I want to marry you. I want to have a family with you. I just want to hear the pitter-patter of little feet before I die. I'll get you a mouse and a piece of sheet metal. You ready? It's up above your head here. There it is. Oh, there it is. Loves the smartphones. She loves the smartphones. Look at that tail wag. Oh, yes. That is a happy girl. Happy girl. Oh, yes. All right, we'll check in with you in a minute, Maple. Oh, look at that tail. Look at that tail. Happy girl. I think you got it all. Oop, I see you're still chewing. Okay. You got it? Check around, make sure. Oh, happy.